Hello and welcome to this NDTV exclusive. On the day when opposition parties are holding countrywide protests and the government is facing a political crisis for deciding to allow multi-brand retail into the Indian markets, I'm joined by somebody whose ministry is the architect of that proposal. Anand Sharma, Minister of Commerce. Thanks very much indeed, sir, for joining us. I'll come to, sir, the debate on the policy in just a minute, but starting off with the politics first. Mamata Banerjee has come out very strongly again, saying that she was not informed about this proposal and that it was presented to her as a fait accompli. Now, the government has been saying that you have been keeping her in the loop. Could you clarify exactly how and when that was done?
Well, it's 3 times that I did talk to Mamata Banerjee in person. Once in Calcutta,
right, and
twice in Delhi.
Now, was this before? Was this prior to the November decision where you had actually chosen to suspend or was it post that?
Prior to the November decision, I met with Mamata Banerjee twice.
Right.
Explained the contours of the policy. What our thinking was that this policy as such has a distinct Indian imprint. We have factored in our socio-economic realities, the diversity of India,
right,
the problem of the farmers, the issue of consumers,
so this
the challenge of post-harvest management.
Right.
I also explained to her that we are the second largest producer of fruits and vegetables. 35 to 40% gets lost.
Right.
It perishes. And I also said that West Bengal itself will benefit enormously when what is produced by the farmers in their fields reaches every market in India.
But obviously
creating an integrated chain.
But obviously at that time it didn't convince her because you had to suspend the decision.
No, Mamata had her own constraints. She said, no, we have the left front here, we are fighting with them, and we have taken a view, a party view. She also mentioned later in my second meeting in November that as far as Bengal is concerned, they will not implement. Later, after the November decision was made, we know what happened in Parliament, and
yes,
TMC also took a very strident position, and the implementation was suspended.
Subsequent
with the
to
understanding, with the understanding that there will be another round of consultation.
But that's the key question. Was there another round of consultations with Mamata?
I did. I had a long meeting with Mamata a couple of months ago in Delhi when she was here.
A couple of months ago?
Yes. And I also wrote to her. I also informed her that Mamata, she is a colleague and a friend,
yes,
who I've known her for long, that the problem is that there are states in the country, agrarian states, states with strengths in horticulture, who have written to us, who chief ministers have spoken to me, they met with me, and they are demanding its implementation. Okay. Beginning with her neighboring state of Assam,
right,
where Tarun Gogoi wrote both to the Prime Minister and to me, saying that they cannot be deprived. They are a landlocked state, they are a border state.
Mr. Sharma, not to interrupt.
Not only that, let me also tell you. I also told her there are other border states, like in Northeast, you have Assam, you have Manipur, you have Nagaland, you have Jammu and Kashmir and Uttarakhand. Jammu Kashmir has asked for it, Uttarakhand has asked for it, Manipur has asked for it, Assam has asked for it.
So what did she say when you had this long meeting with her? What was her view?
She then told me that no, she cannot agree. But that is, she did mention that it is in my manifesto. I read her manifesto out of academic interest. If you pick up the manifesto of Trinamool Congress,
yes,
that is for the assembly elections, actually it talks of what we are seeking to do. Food processing, agro-processing, cold storage.
I've read that actually.
So there is no mention
private mandis and so on.
But it is not mentioned that FDI in multi-brand retail.
But she did on record tell you at that meeting.
She did tell
that
me
she is against it.
Manifesto. She is against it. But then I told her that we have to respect your views when it comes to Bengal. But India is a union of states, and therefore any policy, enabling policy, the decision has to be made by the states concerned. Now, a state which does not want it has the right to take the decision, but a state which wants it cannot be deprived by a state which does not want it.
So, in effect, sir, what you are saying to her is that you are going ahead. Yeah, but did you indicate to her that you are going ahead regardless of her objection?
Now, listen, there is a way you talk to your political ally.
No, I know.
It is not a question of regardless of your opposition. What I told her that the government of India has to go by the spirit of the Indian Constitution, and the states who are asking for it cannot be denied.
What did she say to that? Finally, on what note did the meeting end? Did she say...
you will be creating two Indias? I said, no. The same the chief ministers can say about you then. So I said, that's not fair. That can one chief minister, that elected chief minister, popular chief minister, taking a decision has to be respected. But then others are also elected popular chief ministers.
Did she, sir, indicate at that meeting that if you decide to go ahead with it, she will take this extreme step?
I did not get any indication of that kind. I thought that she would be comfortable to have other states take their decisions. But in any case, under the Constitution of India, every state has equal rights.
No, that's true. But you're also running a coalition government, and you want to make sure that all your partners are together and with you, which is not what has happened in this case.
Decisions of this nature cannot have unanimity. But is there a broad-based consensus? Let me talk of UPA. The answer is yes. After 275 members of UPA, if 254 could live with it, then what's the issue? Is that called a consensus? And that decision or consensus, I'm talking of the ruling coalition.
So you said that...
You cannot say that it has to be unanimous.
Right. But that was a decision, that was a conversation you had with us several months ago. But prior to this cabinet meeting, where it was actually cleared on the 14th...
No, it was... make it very...
Was it conveyed to her?
Before anybody gets confused.
Yes.
This decision was made last year. It was never rolled back. It was only suspended for another round of consultations, which we did in a very transparent manner and fair manner.
All right, you've made that clear. Now I'm asking you about the actual cabinet. Just prior to the cabinet, which actually formalized and went ahead with it.
Cabinet had to only remove the suspension button.
But did she have an idea that was going to happen at that cabinet?
How ministers had to attend. Cabinet agendas are there. I can't physically carry ministers. Nobody can. It's the duty of every minister to express his or her views in the cabinet meeting.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.